this talk, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar answers questions asked by members of the audience. This talk took place in July 1993 at our International Art of Living Center in Cemetery Park, Quebec.
I can't relate to surrendering to you. I want to surrender to God, not a man. I can't devote my life to some guru. Sometimes I feel like I do get connected to God through you, but I don't want to make you my only connection, my all and everything. I need to be free, and that is not freedom for me. I don't feel like I can share this with many of the others here because they can't listen to any other view than their own fanatical view. I don't know how to resolve this. What can I do?
What do you want to resolve? God has been very impersonal. If you want to make God personal, have a personal connection, really feel God not just as a thing existing somewhere farther away from you, but alive and lively consciousness which you are and which is everything else in creation. You need to let go of your fears. You are so afraid of people. Because there is no trust. That is what is holding you back. And unless the trust dawns in you, you are far away from God. Trust is the first step. With trust comes love. See, this word guru has been wrongly understood. The moment you say guru, then it is no more man or woman or human. When you surrender to guru, you are not surrendering to the structural, outer structure, body, but you are seeing the light behind this body. The love behind the body, the space inside the body. If you cannot surrender to Guru, you cannot surrender to anybody else. It's impossible. Because everybody else will appear to be more frightening. At least in Guru there is no self-interest at all of any kind. It's totally hollow and empty. There are no vasanas in the mind. There is nothing that a guru wants from you or will force you to do. Not at all. Guru doesn't want a thing from you other than your own joy. Guru's love is unconditional. And it's a spontaneous thing. I mean, the very conflict in you because something is happening inside. You are opening up, but you are scared with your own self. That is the problem. And nobody even says, okay, you come and surrender. Something is happening in you. You are melting away. It is scary to you because you think, oh, I don't want to be. It's just you are simply scared about love itself. Do you see that? Then the mind says, no, it's not enough. One guru, okay, I will love so many other gurus, so many people. I tell you, then also it doesn't work. Because your mind gets so much divided into so many. It's already divided. and making it more divided, more complicated, then you know what happens? A problem comes, then you wonder, to whom do I give this problem? To this person, to this guru, or this God? That is why Jesus said, I am the only way. All those who came before me were robbers and thieves. They have robbed you of your mind. Now I am here in front of you. You only hold on to me. Jesus again and again emphasized this. Isn't it? Those who came before me were robbers and thieves. You know what he meant by that? When Jesus was there right in front of them, nobody could see him. But they were all talking, well, Scripture says, well, Moses says, well, that enlightened person says, well, Abraham said, well, so and so said. So they're all hanging on to the past. The mind was all onto the Scripture. They did not realize Scriptures were said to different people at different time for the need of the time. He said, when I am here and you are unable to see me, then he had to be very strong with people. He said, those who came before me were robbers and thieves. Means it's not that Moses was a robber and thief, but right now your mind has been robbed there. Your mind is robbed to the past. They robbed your mind, your intellect. It's not here, present right now. So in the present moment, it is inevitable. And in the present, one cannot escape. One cannot but see the love, the divinity, the clarity, the purity, the serenity, all that you aspire and which is nothing but your own nature. See, only water can mix with water, right? A fluid mixes with a fluid, isn't it? Air mixes with air. Milk mixes with milk. You cannot separate them. Right? If you want to be connected with God, you need to have that qualities of God that you have. You see that? If you don't have the similar qualities of God, you cannot be connected to God. You have all those qualities which God is or which Guru is. And then in the presence of Guru, this happens. All that negativity, the rubbish, stress, tension, depression, all this gets lifted like this in no time. When it is lifted, you become one with the infinite, one with the divinity, which exists already. You see that? Many people have this difficulty. They can go and bow down in front of a statue or an altar which is not alive because they feel safe. But in front of somebody, to greet them, to bow down to them, something inside. Difficult. People love objects. But when it comes to loving people, one is afraid, steps back, because people can interact. You can love objects, cars and things. They won't, they just obey you. But people, when they are alive, feel sweeter, little back. Steps. Takes a few steps back. First, make God from an object to a living reality. See God in everybody. Every living person is God, is part of God. So you have to love everybody. And when you are afraid to start, you cannot start if you cannot love. one, you cannot love many. It's impossible. Dennis was saying the other day, if you cannot row one boat, you can never boat any other boat. You can change boats, but if you cannot row one boat, you think you'll be able to row another boat. That is impossible. There's a proverb in India. It says, even if the price of guru is to give one's head, it is worth having a guru. You know. Even then, it is a good bargain. It said, if you get guru by giving your head off, then think it is a very good bargain. Still, it is very good. Still, it is. It makes the whole thing easy. Just in few minutes, all that stuff is lifted off from you, which you cannot work on by yourself and go on lifting it. It may take years and years and lifetimes. That much stuff. Emotional scars, wounds, in no time that gets healed and wounded. This is a reality. And I know you are experiencing it, otherwise this question itself doesn't come. You would have simply run away from here. The very first day when you see people being so crazy and dancing and singing. Your conflict is you see partial truth, but before that you have your own concepts and ideas that has been with you quite some time. That is what is bothering you. But just wake up and see, what is it? Make God a living reality. See it in human beings and then start seeing it in animals and trees, everywhere. It'll become so personal. Then you'll see that you do not exist. All that exists is simply God. Where have you come? This I in you simply is an illusion. Only one life exists. All the bodies are just floating in this huge ocean called life. And that is what people have called God. And you are not separate from it. And the way is only through Guru. Impossible. There is no other way. That's why Jesus said, if you have to go to my Father, there is no other way than through me. You have to go through me. I tell you, otherwise you cannot. Impossible. See, our mind is very tricky. This is what communists said. Communists completely thought, oh, God is so complicated, just remove him. Make people forget, close all the churches and mosques and temples and finish with it. But what happened? Okay, God, they are finished, but Lenin and what is his name? Stalin and Lenin and whoever, other 3-4 people are those men. And they have a big ritual there. If you go near the Kremlin, they know how many 1,500 steps they walk every afternoon. 12 o'clock, 3 guards, they walk and salute his tomb there, Lenin's tomb, and march back. Isn't it? Muhammad said the same thing. He said, no worship, no statue, no temple, no this thing. Just God is infinite, absolute, unseen, beyond the sense. God is nonsense. God is nonsense. But what happened? Again, people had to have that Kaaba stone. Then people went to. They removed all the idols, but they put the Kaaba stone and the writing script in their homes. They started worshipping it in some form or other. Right? Abstract cannot be grasped by the mind. It needs great refinement in the mind to really absorb the abstract. The heart needs to be blossomed so much that it can sense and feel the abstract. Until that happens, man needs a symbol, man needs a ritual, man needs something to hold on. You know? It's like a vine. When a vine grows, it needs a stick, and then the vine goes over the stick. Right? It needs a support. Gary has made a beautiful garden here, vegetable garden. I don't know how many of you have seen. Even small plants, he puts a stick there near the small plants and ties them up. To hold on, it needs something. Right? Without that it cannot blossom, it cannot go on. So all these things we do, ritual or this and that, bowing down, singing, sometimes this may scare you. You may say, what is this? What is this? Everybody singing so loud. But remember here, people are coming from various different places, and various backgrounds, and quite a long. They were also reluctant in the beginning, but when they saw their life is becoming so full, so enriched day by day, and they have come here with such a gratitude and gratefulness. They're doing this. Many of them have come after one whole year, after 8 months, 10 months, 7, 8 months. So what is happening? All that joy and gratitude which was bottled up is simply coming out. Each one is expressing their love, their gratefulness, their joy. And when you see people are joyful in a place, it is bound to be crazy. Somehow these two go together. If you see crazy people in mental hospital, they are all blissful, they are blissed out. And if you see the blissful people and joyful people, they are all crazy. They go wild. Sometimes in that state of mind, it goes out of their mind that other people are there. But just understand them, what they are going through. Just turn back and see those days and moments when you have been very happy. You are so spaced out. Haven't you been? When you are very happy at a particular day, you didn't know what you are doing. You took the wrong keys. You took the door key and put it in your car. And you took the car key and tried to open your door. Hasn't this happened to you? When you are very excited, you left the purse, you left things here and there. I know when you began your journey, I know what all has been happening to you. You leave your clothes somewhere and you leave your keys somewhere, watch somewhere. When you nothing matters, just you are so full. Huh? For someone who is very new appears, why they are all so happy? It's ununderstandable. But see, no, everyone is happy. Everyone is blossoming because they have seen in themselves a lot of difference, lot of change. Life has become much fuller. And when something is once experienced, I'm sure they don't listen to anybody. You do the same, isn't it? When something is your personal experience, no matter whatever anybody says, you don't believe it. See, you have walked to the lake, which is hardly 500 feet from here. Whatever, 100 meters, what is it, 200 meters? If someone says lake is a kilometer away, you will not even listen to it, isn't it? Would you? Do you see that? Why the mind is wanting community's approval? Because it is doubtful about its own judgments. Because your mind has failed in its judgments many times. You made judgments and it all became false. You could not trust your own mind. Remember, those who cannot trust their own mind, they want others' approval. They are not happy with 1 or 2 persons' approval. They want everybody's approval. That mind says, let the whole world approve it, then I'll do it. For many people, truth or authenticity is with that which huge number of people do it or take it. You know, many people who go and watch the cricket match or whatever, soccer, hockey. Many do not even understand, but many people are watching, okay, let's also go and see. Isn't it? The mass, whatever mass does, must be right. Otherwise, why should so many people do it? You know? It must be true. Otherwise, why so many people go follow something? This sort of logic gets into the mind. No, you don't be a sheep of that type. You go by yourself. You don't have to take a statistics if all the people like it, approve it. They are fanatic or non-fanatic, they approve, they don't approve. You don't have to. Go by your feeling, your experience. Because your trust cannot happen by somebody else telling you you trust or somebody else telling you you don't trust. If it happens like that, it will not be authentic. Is it all right if it is coming from me, that whether I am saying you trust me or you don't trust me? I never say that. It's good you doubt, I tell you. Because you finish with your doubts. It's good. Go doubt. See, if you come and ask, Master, shall I do this or this? Why you ask a Master? You have confidence, you have trust, you know that my mind is muddled, and if I ask whatever is best for me, that Master will tell me. Master, on his own, he will never give any suggestion to anybody at any time. But when asked for, he'll give you something. And you follow that, it will be best for you. You don't follow it, okay, you will go through a circuitous route, you'll have little problems, you'll cry for a few days. But then Master is never angry. See, you didn't listen to me. He says, okay, you learn hard way. Okay, go through something. So what? Still Master says, oh, I am here by your side. Don't worry. You go round. He says, you can avoid this unwanted suffering, unnecessary suffering. But if you want to go through those suffering, well, go ahead. You'll grow through that also. Okay, go ahead. You say, all right, go ahead. Do you see that? How clear is your inner self? Many times people take this as a garb, inner guru, because their mind is obsessed with desires, cravings, aversions, likes and dislikes. There is a huge turmoil inside. Well, when your inner is so calm, absolutely serene, completely fulfilled, there is no more great wealth, joy you are looking for in the world. That satisfaction is inside. Then I tell you, there is no difference between inner guru, outer guru, anything. This word itself is wrong, inner guru. All this inner voice thing is such a mess inside, because your own desire comes up in this form. Oh, Panditji told me from inside you do this. How do you know? Because you want that. You'll see your inner guru will always tell you what all those you like only. Learn, never tell something that is hard, but still that is good for you. See, love is not just being goody-goody. Remember this. The whole world is in a mess because it thinks love is being goody-goody. Oh, all the times, man. Oh dear, I love you so much. You're so great. And I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to do this thing to you. Being goody. That's not love. That's not love. It's utter selfishness. Being goody. Want them to feel good. Guru doesn't care whether it feels good or doesn't feel good. You'll just do what is good for the person. You see what I'm saying? What is good for the person is more important, or how they feel. What is such a big fuss about feeling? Feelings change every minute. Every so often. This person feels good, then another 5 minutes you don't feel good, and feel good. What's the big thing about it? No?